Hello, everyone. I'm your digital host, Tatiana White, and welcome back to another episode of 48's newest digital show, This Month Matters, where each month we'll take a closer look at causes, communities, and conversations being recognized and why they matter, how they impact our community, and how you can get involved. So, February, it celebrates and recognizes many things, including American Heart Health Month. So, joining me today to talk more about this from her family's journey with heart disease is Lucia Lissandrelli, co-owner of HeartBaker Bakery in Madison. How are you doing today?
Good, and you?
Good. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so
No.
excited to hear more about you and your family's journey.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. And so, Heart Health Month is a time that's just dedicated to raising awareness about heart disease, which remains the leading cause of death in the United States, especially for women. And so, this is a time to just encourage proactive, heart healthy lifestyles and to encourage people to learn more about their risks with heart disease, manage blood pressure, and improving daily habits to help with your heart health. And so, Lucia has a personal connection to heart disease and Heart Health Month. So, her daughter, Ximena, was born with congenital heart disease, also known as CHD. And so, today, Lucia is turning her family's journey into purpose using baking to raise awareness and to give back. And so, Lucia, for those who don't know about you or your daughter's journey, can you talk a little bit about that, your family's experience with congenital heart
Yes.
disease, and just how you found out what it was like for you guys?
Okay. So my first daughter, Ximena, she was born with a congenital heart disease. She was born in Nicaragua. We didn't know her condition while I was pregnant. We found out about it after she was born, a few hours after she was born, and there was nothing that they can do for her in Nicaragua. So we had to move fast and get a plane to get her to the closest place to take her was Miami. So we flew, like, she was born December 29th, and in December 30th we were in the hospital in Miami. It was very fast because there were nothing they can do for her in Nicaragua. They don't have the cardiac team, they don't have the surgeons, they don't have nothing. So we moved to Miami, and that's where she had her first surgery when she was 5 days old.
Wow.
I had no idea this type of heart disease existed before this. When they told me that what she had, it doesn't have a cure, but it does have a treatment. Um, and she did have a chance to live with this condition. But it will be a journey, and it's been a journey for us. Obviously, everything changed for us, like right away. After she was, when we got to Miami and the doctor explained everything to us, they told me that she needed 3 open heart surgeries. That was part of her treatment. The first one was when she was 5 days old, and then after that, it's been a learning journey. I had to learn everything about it. So what I'm trying to do with the bakery is just to create awareness and let people know that this does exist.
Yeah.
It's very common, like 1 in 100 child is born with a congenital heart disease. So it's not that rare. So what we're trying to do is just to create awareness and let people know, give them the information, just to spread the information. And that's why I decided to work with Huntsville Hospital, and they have the new pediatric heart center.
Okay.
So I just wanted to help them, let people know that they have the heart center over there, and they can just go there. They have really good doctors over there.
Yes, and that's amazing that you guys made that move
Yes.
just to
Yes.
help your daughter out
Yes.
and to be here. And so, how did you guys decide to come from Miami to Huntsville?
So after she had the first surgery was when she was 5 days old. We had to stay in the hospital for 4 months. And then we stayed in Miami for maybe a year and a half. And when she was 10 months old, she had her second surgery. She did really good. We were out of the hospital like a week after the surgery. She did really good. And then they gave us the green light to go back to Nicaragua. So we went back to Nicaragua, and we were traveling back and forth to Miami for her just checkups. And then when it was time for her third surgery, we went to Miami. They did a test. They did a cath and found out that she didn't qualify for this fontan, the surgery that she needed. So our next step was heart transplant. So that's why we decided to move back to the States and just put her on the list. And that's when my husband found a job here in Huntsville, and we found out about Vanderbilt too. So we went there, and we just loved all the cardiac team over there. That was just amazing. So she was on the list for almost a year. And then on a regular checkup, they did a cath and found out all the numbers were where they want them to be for the fontan. And so they decided, let's do the fontan. I think it would be high risk, but they thought it was like a better path for her. So they did that on June last year, and she's just doing amazing after that.
Yes, I'm so glad to hear that. And I'm glad that you guys were able to just keep finding all these good teams of doctors that could help with this, especially because I didn't know if like this was something you could find out while she was still in the womb, or if this is something that you just, like, I know you said when she was born. And
yes, so we found out when she was born, but you can find out when you were still pregnant. I think in the 20-week scan you can find out about it. It's just I feel like maybe in Nicaragua they didn't have all the tools for that, but we found out after she was born.
Yes, okay. And did the doctors, how did they kind of explain that, or how did they find out that she had it?
Her pediatrician over there, he was like, there's something in her heart that I don't like. There's a sound over there that I don't like. So I want a cardiologist to look at her. And the cardiologist that came, she saw that, and she was like, you need to move. You need to move to the States. There's nothing we can do here. So that's what we did. It was very, it was crazy. It was crazy. I just remember my husband going in and out of the room and getting her passport, getting everything together, getting the plane, and thank God we did that, because we gave her a chance to live. And we in this journey we have found like really good doctors. And I'm so very grateful for that, because I don't know how they do it. You know, it's just a small kid.
I know.
But you see them that they're just so small, but they're so strong.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Like she's a strong. Like if you have to describe Ximena with one word, it would be fearless. She's just amazing.
Especially to have that many open heart surgeries. How old is she now?
She's 7 years old now.
Awesome. And she's still able to do everything.
Everything. Like she has half of her heart, and she's able to do everything. She can swim, she can dance. She loves to dance. She can jump, she can ride a bike. She's just amazing. And after this last surgery, the next day after the surgery, she was standing up, walking around. We were out of the hospital less than a week, and it's amazing, her strength, and that's what gives me the strength to what I'm doing in the bakery. Everything that we've been through with her, and so everything that I do in the bakery, I'm always thinking about her. Like, what can I do to help her, or just she gave me the strength to do everything. Because it's not easy to open a new business, and and in a new country for us. But you can feel the support of the community. It's just amazing. And Madison for us has been like home to us now. So I'm very grateful for that.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm glad it all ended up working out. Does she have to get any more surgeries?
Not for now.
Okay.
Not for now. She's out of the list for now. She doesn't need to be in the list. Heart transplant is always on the table for us, but not for now.
Okay.
She's just doing amazing. Our next appointment is in 6 months, so that's just being away from hospitals for now. It's amazing.
That's so good. And so this is just something throughout her life that she just has to keep monitoring and checking up on.
Just checking up. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. She needs to be checking up.
Yes. And you talked a little bit about this, but how did this whole experience kind of shape you, not just as a mom, but as someone who wanted to, make a difference for your family? And so for somebody who may be dealing with something similar to this, how can you?
Honestly, it's been a journey. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy at all. But I think you're learning in each step. And just looking at her and seeing her how amazing she is and how amazing she's doing, and I think that gives you a lot of peace and gives you the that you want to continue and you want to and just keep going.
Yeah.
When I see her and she's doing so good, it's just I need to keep going and I need to keep doing this. You are not alone. We what I want to do with this is just to, if in any way I can help someone or just give them information about it or just to hear them, because it's a journey and it takes a lot being in this. But through time you learn a lot, and just seeing your baby doing so good, it gives you feel grateful for everything. I feel grateful every time Ximena is able to run. I feel grateful every time she's able to swim. So it's just, and you have to trust. I think you have to trust your as a mom. You need to trust what you feel, and just you go through this. Everything's gonna get better with time. So, but yeah, I'm just grateful.
Yes, absolutely. And I think it's so helpful having like other people, just knowing that you're not alone
Yes.
and there's like other people who are going through similar situations as
Yes.
this, and seeing
Yes.
like success stories
Yes,
and how
exactly.
your daughter is coming out on the other side of it.
Yes,
So,
yes. Just seeing her right now, whenever she's running or doing anything
Yeah.
special, you're just like, it's just so grateful that everything we've been through is to see her how she is right now.
Yeah.
But I'm just so grateful that how she is right now, because it is a journey, heavy journey. Yes.
Absolutely, I can imagine.
Yes.
Yes. And you and your family, as you talked about, you guys opened HeartBaker Bakery
Yes.
as a tribute to your daughter,
Yes.
which I love that name. I feel like it's so creative.
Yes.
And so, why was baking the outlet that you chose to raise awareness for CHD and also just like heart health? And has baking always been something that has
Yes.
been like your outlet?
Yes, I've been baking since I was maybe 7 years old. I love baking, and especially cakes and then I've been in this industry for more than 12 years. And after I had Ximena, I was thinking more of like heartbroken. Like, there's something like you're heartbroken. And then I was like, heartbroken, heart baker. I'm a baker. Like, so I just
Yeah.
put it together. And then that's how I created Heart Baker. And then I was like, I know, because I had the name like after she was born. And I was like, there's something that I have to do with this name. I know there's something there. And then, because obviously I was always focusing on her. Like, I didn't want to do anything, just be with her all the time. And then after she was doing so good and everything, and we decided to move here, and in Madison I saw there were no like bakeries, like homemade bakeries. I was like, this is like a huge opportunity for me to do it. And that's how we found the place and everything, and we just started putting the name together, and now we're here.
Yes, that's so awesome. Like I said, I love it, and I love that you created it like in honor of like your daughter, and like like you said, she's the strength for you, and so it's almost like everything you do is like baked with love in honor of her. And so I just love that you were able to put that together, and like you said, coming to a new country too, and having to get used to all these different things, and still being able to have a business and everything. That's awesome.
Yes. I'm just happy. I'm just so happy and grateful with that we are here in Madison. Madison has been, well, it's home for us now, and it's been amazing. And now that we are in February, like, Heart Month, I was like, this is our month. We have to do it. This is our month. That's why we decided to create the croissant. It's an almond croissant with raspberry jam inside and raspberry powder on top. And 50% of the sales of this croissants are gonna go to Huntsville Hospital Foundation.
Awesome. Yes.
Just our way to help somehow.
Yes, I love that. Just being able to use your business as a
Yes.
platform to
Yes.
advocate and everything. And
Yes.
so I'm very excited to try this.
Oh, yes. Yes. Just let me know.
Yes. And then I also saw that your bakery is a blend of like Hispanic and Italian
Yes.
traditions, and that's like a strong mission behind
Yes.
it. And
Yes.
so, what do you want people to like feel or learn when they kind of walk into your bakery?
Yes. My mom is from Nicaragua and my dad is from Italy. So I'm trying to put both cultures together, and what I'm trying to do with a bakery is just to create different flavors and use less ingredients, like very very less ingredients. Like for a chocolate chip cookie, you only need like 6 ingredients, you know. So that's what I'm trying to do. That you feel when you come to the bakery, you feel like it is something homemade.
Yeah.
We try to do everything in-house. We make the croissant dough, we make the raspberry jam, we make the almond filling. We make almost everything in-house. So I think that gives you, when you try the product, you see that it's different. It's different. It's way better than any other store-bought products. And that's pretty much what I'm trying to do. I try to have different flavors, things that you don't find in another bakery. We have guava and cheese. We have sweetened condensed milk pie. We have a pastry that is called picos. It's something from Nicaragua. It's a sweet bread with sugar and cheese inside, melted. It's really good.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying. We have creme brulee croissant. We have eclair croissant. So that's what I'm trying to do. Something different. Something that you don't find in any other bakeries.
Yeah, and that's awesome. Like, just
Yes.
something unique, but
Yes.
also at the same time, you're supporting a good cause. So
Exactly.
it's just like an all-around
All-
good bakery.
all
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. And with February being Heart Health Month, I know many people don't realize how common heart disease
Yes.
is, especially for women and even children.
Yes.
And so from your perspective, why is this awareness just so critical for people to have? Because I know a lot of people, they might not just realize that this is way bigger than they
Yes.
know.
I think the information is very important because if you have the information, you can do something. So I feel like if I can give that information to somebody and maybe they can just spread the word to another person and maybe you can help that person with that information. That's all I wanted to just give you information about it. And just that's why I'm sharing my story to let people know that there's doctors focusing on this. There's help. There's a lot of things that you can do to help you with going through this.
Right.
And also part of it is, since Ximena is doing so good, you know, that she's just great, there's like a light at the end of the tunnel, you know. So I know there's like, when you go through this journey, there's very dark moments. And then when I see her now, how she is right now, is just, that's why I want to share my story, that, you know, to let people know you can do this, you know.
And I think that's going to be so helpful for
Yes.
people too, to realize, 'cause I feel like, you know, just like you said, seeing your small baby like go
Yes.
through open heart surgery, which is already like a very scary type
Yes.
of surgery, and then now seeing them 7 years later just running and dancing.
Running is just, you
yeah.
feel grateful
Yeah.
every day that I see her like that. And within the bakery, we have information about the pediatric heart center, and we have information about the doctors that they have over there. So if you can bring that information to someone that you know or something like that can help them, then that's what we want to do.
Yeah, and I love that you guys are providing that information.
Yes.
So if somebody's just
Yeah.
going to get baked goods and they
Yes.
happen to see it, you know, they're getting informed.
Exactly.
So,
They're getting
yeah.
informed. That's
Right.
the whole idea. Yes.
Yes. And so as you brought up earlier, research shows that 1 in 100 children are born with CHD. And so what's one thing you wish people understood more about like CHD or heart conditions in general?
That that is very, for me, it is very important to, first of all, being informed about it. When I found out what Ximena had, I had no idea this existed. When they told me she needed 3 open heart surgery, I was like, in that little baby, like, how can you do that? Like, I was very confused. And if you have the information right, and I feel like the research about CHC is very important, because the fontan that Ximena had is a modified fontan. So it's not the same fontan as it was 5 years ago. So that helped her a lot. So I feel like the research and information is very important.
Yes. Okay. So like it's like evolving type of
Yes,
thing. So
it is.
okay, yeah,
It
that
is
makes
because
sense.
the types of surgeries are changing,
Mhm.
and they're seeing like best results when
Mhm.
they do this modified new surgery. So Ximena had the modified Fontan,
Yeah.
and she's doing amazing after
Yeah.
that.
And I love like the advance in technology too is
Yes,
probably helping with that. And so I know
yes,
you brought up like this will be if people buy these
yes.
croissants, 50% of that will go to that research and could possibly help with getting
It
that
will
like
be
technology
it
and
will be
stuff.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the whole idea. That's the whole idea to help to do that, and we're gonna continue doing that.
Awesome.
If we definitely with the bakery, I have a purpose and a mission with the bakery, and we're not stopping here in February.
Yeah.
We're continuing doing this. We're gonna try to support any foundations that want to do research and about CHD, and I think we definitely are gonna continue doing something like this.
Yeah, and I love how you said you're not going to just stop in
No.
February. I think that's one of the biggest things with this
Yes.
series that I wanted to do is
Yes.
even though we're highlighting and recognizing a certain month, like also supporting it throughout the
Yes.
whole year as
Yes.
well. So,
Exactly. Yes.
yes. And so how can people support you and your business and go out and donate for this type of situation? And like, where is your bakery? Any websites or social
Okay.
media?
They can support coming to the bakery
Yes.
and getting some baked goods.
Yeah.
I promise they're gonna be really good.
Yes.
The bakery is located in Madison, Alabama.
Okay.
You want me to give you
Yeah.
the complete address? The address is 8089 Highway 72 West, Suite 8,
Okay.
Madison, Alabama. We are across the street from the new Costco over there.
Okay, well,
So-
perfect. Yeah.
That's everybody that calls me. I always tell them across the street from the new Costco. They're
Yeah.
like, okay, I know where you are.
And that's so convenient.
Yes.
Like you can go get your groceries, have the baked
Exactly.
goods. just-
Exactly. You can get some baked goods. We have coffee too.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the way to support us. Just come into the bakery and try our products.
Okay, yes, and can people follow you guys on social media?
Yes, we have social media. We have Instagram and we have Facebook. It's called HeartBaker Bakery.
Okay, awesome. And your website is just HeartBaker.
Yes, our website is the Heart Bakery,
Okay, awesome.
theheartbakery.com.
Awesome. Yes. Okay. So multiple places people can find
Yes,
you.
yes, they can find it, or they can look for us at Google too, and,
Yeah.
and find us there.
Yes. And so, beyond visiting just the bakery, is there anything else that people can do to take their heart health serious, whether that's for themselves, their children, or loved ones? Any advice you can give on maybe like checkups or things they can do to be
Yeah.
aware and
Definitely, try to live a healthy life. I'm not gonna say go to diet because I want you to come to the bakery and try the bakery. But yeah, I think checkups are very important. We try to do every year like a whole checkups on us, me and my husband, and obviously with Ximena, we're going every 6 or 3 months for checkups, and I think that's just very important to just continue doing that and.
Yes, awesome. Yeah, and I think it's very helpful to like you said when you get more information as well. So like
Yes.
adults, they can know for themselves and their children like how to live a heart healthy kind of
Yes.
lifestyle, but also just like how to maintain and make sure they ask the right questions at
Yes,
the doctor to see
exactly.
if things are going well.
Exactly. If you see something that you doesn't feel right, then you should go to the doctor and just trust your feels.
Yeah, right.
Trust
Yeah,
your
it's
gut.
always like better to be safe than
Yes.
sorry.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
And what advice would you give to anybody else who may be dealing with a heart diagnosis or learning about heart health for the first time? And what are some things that you do that are helpful to kind of help you in your mindset when dealing with your daughter and her health condition?
I think it's very important to have all the information. I always try to get the whole perspective of what they're telling me, or for example, the surgery that she was going into. Like, I was always very. I'm trying to get all the information that I can to see how can I help her, to see how can I treat her, or how can I how to take care of her. And I think having the information in hand is very important. Or if you have questions, don't be afraid to ask questions. At the beginning, I had a lot of questions to the doctors, and they were very patient and responding every question that I had. I always asked them to just, because they gave me all the information. And I was like, can you just write the name down so
Yeah.
I can just continue Google it and just
Yeah.
continue reading about it. I think the information is the key here, to have all the information and just knowing how to help your child. That's very important.
Yes.
Oh, how to take care of them.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, like having all the information is so helpful
Yes.
because if you're ever feeling worried, like you're like, okay, well, let me look at my notes that I have from my doctor. Like,
Yes.
let me just see.
Yes.
You know, so I think it's so important to have that. And like you
Yes.
said, don't be afraid to ask
Exactly.
questions because that's what the doctors
That's
are here
right.
for. That's what
Exactly.
they specialize in.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Especially if you are, they're doctors for kids. They're very patient with that.
Yes,
I feel that. They were very patient with me, and they explained, if they had to explain it 3 times, they did it 3 times. So I'm very grateful for that.
Yes, absolutely. And for your daughter, is there any like special like diets or anything that you have to do with her?
Not really, not right now.
Okay.
She does take some medicines, 2 medicines, but not a special diet. She eats everything.
Yes.
At the beginning, that was one of the hardest part to make her eat, because when you're eating, your heart it's working. So, but we got through that, and I'm just so grateful. She eats really good.
Yes, awesome.
And her favorite food is pasta.
Yeah.
She loves pasta. So.
Yes, and I can't even blame her. I love pasta too. So.
Exactly.
Well, that is awesome, and I feel like you're just going to continue to be an
Yes.
encouragement for families. And
We
I
are.
think the biggest message that you have given is just information, because I
Yes.
think just staying informed is the biggest thing you
Exactly.
can do to protect yourself, your family, or anybody, whether you have heart disease or a heart condition
Yes.
or not. Just
Yes.
staying prepared and being on top of it.
Yes,
So,
it is very important, and something that I've been I've been having with the bakery is that I have a lot of people coming in that had the same, maybe not the same condition as Ximena, but they had any condition or heart disease, and we talked about it, and you feel the connection with that
Yeah.
person, So I think that's very special to me,
Yeah.
to share that with other person like that, and I'm just, every day I'm just grateful that I have the bakery and I can do something with this.
Yes, absolutely. And like just having that community and that
Yes,
connection. I feel
and
like
that
you
connection.
making this bakery, like you're creating something for the community to enjoy, but also
Exactly.
you're creating like a bigger conversation that
Exactly.
might have not been had.
Exactly.
And so you're creating that safe space for those families.
Yes.
And is there anything else you would like to share?
Thank you. Appreciate for
Yes,
helping
of
us to
course.
create awareness about CHD, and just to invite everyone to come to the bakery and try our baked goods and support. We have this CHD croissant. It's called CHD croissant, and just help us to support that, and that's it.
Yes, awesome. Well, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I
Thank you so
enjoyed-
much for having me here.
Yes, thank you. And I enjoyed hearing all about your story and your journey. I feel like you're just creating, like I said, such a great conversation
Yes.
for families and people to not feel alone or just to be informed in general. And so I really appreciate what you're bringing here
Thank
into the
you.
Huntsville, Madison area.
Thank you.
Yes. And thank you all for tuning into another episode of This Month Matters. February is Heart Health Month, and stories like this remind us that heart health is more than statistics, but it's families, resilience, and community. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next episode of This Month Matters.